What's going on, you guys? Corey Anderson here. We just got home from work, and today was a long day. I trained a lot of new clients today. I took over some clients today, and also had the clients that I've been having. So today was a really long day. We were at work from 10 to about 5, and I came home really quick because I needed to eat something. Then I had to go back to work for my 7 o'clock appointment. And, it was a older couple, and we have a lot of work to do with these people, and they're excited. I'm excited. They're excited about their fitness journey and also where they are going to achieve their goals and health goals that they so wanted for a long time, and I couldn't be more happy to be the one to help them along their journey. And I had a nice thought, and I think I should be showing you guys my fitness progress as well. I'm 11 months in. I started my fitness journey beginning of February, about a week before my birthday. I was always I did 4 years of sports in high school, so I've always been kind of into fitness, but it wasn't until recently, and I actually decided to make it my career, where I started to take it a little bit more what is this word I'm looking for? Serious. And, I just want to show you guys something. We've been in it for 11 months now, and I can't really tell if you guys are really getting that good of an angle, but whatever. You're probably looking at I think you're looking at my legs right now, so gotta get a nice little, I don't know if you could really see that. Today was leg day, and we hit squats, we hit hamstrings, we hit quads, we did a little bit of calves, and we really targeted our glutes. We worked out for about 2 hours, close to 2.5 hours. We live, breathe, and sleep at the gym. Maybe not sleep, but that's where my career is there. So I'm always in that environment, and I always have the opportunity to get a good workout in. So there's literally no excuses. But I just wanted to share that with you guys really quick, and I got a lot of compliments today. So yeah, it was exciting. It was exciting to me. But a little bit more about what happened. We trained our clients. One of our clients, he is very non-flexible, and a lot of his movements, his low flexibility really inhibits a lot of his movements. When I kind of put my shirt on backwards, So for him, we really need to stretch his muscles out and lengthen those muscles, because his short muscles are causing him to have bad form and improper posture, and all this stuff comes into play, you guys. All of this comes into play. Your flexibility, your strength, your not only your muscle strength, your cardiorespiratory strength, your bone strength, your bone density. All that is part of this body, you know, this physical being, this man that we that we so live in, you know, this temple of ours is amazing. But today we now have our next chapter to go over in the science of getting rich. Remember, we're here to grow. We're here to grow in every direction possible, not just physically, not just mentally, morally, spiritually, intellectually, mentally, and physically. And, let's go ahead and get started. So, chapter 12. And before I get started, I want to go ahead and say the date. Today is the 18th of January. It is 9:26 p.m. right now. And it's 2016. So we are almost 3 weeks in, pretty much 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks into our New Year's 2016. And so far, I think we've been making some progress as to reaching our goals for 2016. It's still the beginning, but 2015 was a success, and we know as long as we keep in the process, stay in the process, and keep our mind in it, then we're going to make it happen. So, Chapter 12 of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Efficient action. You must use your thought as directed in previous chapters, and begin to do what you can do where you are. And you must do all that you can do where you are. You can advance only by being larger than your present place, and no man is larger than his present place who leaves undone any of the work pertaining to that place. The world is advanced only by those who more than fill their personal places, their present places. If no man quite filled his present place, you can see that there must be a going backwards in everything. Those who do not quite fill their present places are dead weight upon society, government, commerce, and industry. They must be carried along by others at a great expense. For those of you who are taking the initiative to move forward in your life, you know exactly what that sentence means when you're around those who aren't exactly doing those things. The progress of the world is retarded only by those who do not fill their places. They fill the places they are holding. They belong to a former age and a lower stage or plane of life, and their tendency is towards degeneration. No society could advance if every man is smaller than his place. Social evolution is guided by the law of physical and mental evolution. In the animal world, evolution is caused by excess of life. When an organism has more life than can be expressed in the functions of its own plane, it develops the organs of the higher plane, and a new species is originated. There never would have been new species had there not been organisms which more than filled their places. The law is exactly the same for you. Your getting rich depends upon your applying this principle to your own affairs. Every day is either a successful day or a failure, or a day of failure, and it is the successful days which get you what you want. If every day is a failure, you can never get rich, while if every day is a success, you cannot fail to get rich. Now remember when he says the successful days, remember, a successful day is you doing all that you can do in that day pertaining to the present place that you are in. So whatever place you are in right at this exact moment, it is still a successful day when you are doing everything that can be done with wherever place you are at right now that could have been done that day. If you leave anything undone that could have been done that day, then you wouldn't have made all the progress that could have been made that day, and you may delay yourself shortly for a little bit until the next opportunity comes to help you advance farther in that stage. If there is something that may be done today and you do not do it, you have failed in so far as the thing is concerned, and the consequences may be more disastrous than you imagine. You cannot foresee the results of even the most trivial act. You do not know the workings of all the forces which have been set moving in your behalf. Much may be depending on your doing some simple act. It may be the very thing which is to open the door of opportunity to very great possibilities. You can never know all the combinations which Supreme Intelligence is making for you in the world of things and of things in the human affairs. Your neglect or failure to do something may cause a long delay in getting what you want. Do every day all that can be done that day. There is, however, a limitation or qualification of the above that you must take into account. You are not to overwork, nor to rush blindly into your business in the effort to do the greatest possible number of things in the shortest possible time. You are not to try to do tomorrow's work today, nor to do a week's work in a day. It is really not the number of things you do, but the efficiency of each separate action that counts. Every act is, in itself, either a success or a failure. Every act is, in itself, either effective or ineffective. Every ineffective act is a failure, and if you spend your life in doing inefficient acts, your whole life will be a failure. The more things you do, the worse you do, if all your acts are inefficient ones. On the other hand, every efficient act is a success in itself, and if every act of your life is an efficient one, your whole life must be a success. The cause of failure is doing too many things in an inefficient manner, and not doing enough things in an efficient manner. Remember, like they always say, it's all about quality, not quantity. You will see that it is self-evident proposition that if you do not do any inefficient acts, if you do a sufficient number of efficient acts, you will become rich. If now it is possible for you to make each act an efficient one, you see again that the getting of riches is reduced to an exact science, like mathematics. Excuse me, sorry. I always get hiccups when I'm reading to you guys. It's kind of weird. It's a little weird. It's kind of funny though. Okay. Moving on. The matter turns then on the question whether you can make each separate act a success in itself, and this you can certainly do. You can make each act a success because all power is working with you, and all power cannot fail. Power is at your service, and to make each act efficient, you have only to put power into it. Every action is either strong or weak, and when every one is strong, you are acting in the certain way which will make you rich. Every act can be made strong and efficient by holding your vision while you are doing it, and putting the whole power of your faith and purpose into it. It is at this point that the people fail who separate mental power from personal actions. They use the power of mind in one place and at one time, and they act in another place and at another time. So their acts are not successful in themselves. Too many of them are inefficient. Now that statement is crucial. That statement is very crucial. It is something that you need to write down. So I hope you have your pen and paper out, because this you need to write down. And I'm going to go ahead and read it over again to you. Okay? It says, "It is at this point that the people fail who separate mental power from personal action. Remember, thought is the first level of creation. Actions are the third level of creation. You have to think of it first before you even decide to take the actions to do it. But only when you take actions, you actually move that energy. You cause that creation to happen in the physical world. Okay? So, they use the power of mind in one place and at one time, and they act in another place and at another time. You must bring your thoughts and actions in a line. You must bring your mind and your personal actions in a line with each other. Instead of thinking in one area and acting in a different, you must think in this area and act in that area too. So their acts are not successful in themselves. Too many of them are inefficient. But if all power goes into every act, no matter how commonplace, every act will be a success in itself. And as in the nature of things, every success opens the way to other successes. Your progress towards what you want and the progress towards of what you want towards you will become increasingly rapid. Remember that successful action is cumulative in its results, since the desire for more life is inherent in all things. When a man begins to move towards larger life, more things attach themselves to him, and the influence of his desire is multiplied. Do every day all that you can do that day, and do each act in an efficient manner. In saying that, you must hold your vision while you are doing each act, however trivial or commonplace. I do not mean to say that it is necessary at all times to see the vision distinctly to its smallest details. It should be the work of your leisure hours to use your imagination on the details of your vision, and to contemplate them until they are firmly fixed upon memory. If you wish speedy results, spend practically all your spare time in this practice. By continuous contemplation, you will get the picture of what you want, even to the smallest details, so firmly fixed upon your mind, and so completely transferred to the mind of formless substance, that in your working hours you need only to mentally refer to the picture to stimulate your faith and purpose, and cause your best effort to be put forth. Contemplate your picture in your leisure hours until your consciousness is so filled of it that you can grasp it instantly. You will become so enthused with its bright promises that the mere thought of it will call forth the strongest energies of your whole being. Now it's very interesting that he just said that in this paragraph, because earlier I made a video on my Instagram channel. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram page is CoreyA94_fitness. Get your motivation, you get your inspiration, you get some little bit of education on some exercises that are good, and also I go over a lot of what I am going over here on my YouTube video, or on my Instagram page. But earlier I was talking about visualization and the power of visualization, and that's kind of what he's saying right now. When you're forming that mental picture in your head, okay, you're visualizing it, you're creating that vision, you're moving your thought energies into creating this specific form of yourself. And what you want to do after you create that image of who you see yourself as, you want to give feeling to it, give life to it. Feel that you are that person already. Move that image of who you see yourself as, and connect with it and bring it towards you and become it. That is how you are embodying the image in which you see. Okay, so you're creating that vision. You're visualizing your future self right now, however you want, with your goals, your dreams, to be being a leader. You want to be a leader, you want to be up in front of a crowd. Okay, so sit down and visualize it. Visualize yourself. See yourself standing up there, literally talking to people, giving off the speech that you want to give off. If you want to motivate people, see yourself motivating people. If you want to be a professional swimmer, see yourself in the water doing your butterflies, doing your freestyle, doing your breaststrokes, doing your backstrokes, doing each and every one, and visualize and hear the crowd, hear them listening to you, hear them roaring to you, hear them telling you to go and to keep going. You need to visualize that, because what you're doing, you are creating that road. You are creating that goal, that destination that you want. You are creating the destination, okay? And you want to give feeling to it. Feel it as being a part of you now, because when you do that, you are creating that connection with that image that you have set for yourself. And when you create that connection with it, it starts to become who you are. You literally embody it. You start acting from it. You start seeing from it. You literally start to live from that vision. And remember, actions. When you're living from that vision, you start to take actions from that specific place. That is where your mind is, okay? Make sure that's where your body is going. But make sure that it is where your present place is, okay? Like he's saying, you have to work with where you are, okay? So, with that being said, okay, let us repeat again our syllabus, and by slightly changing the closing statements, bringing it to the point we have now reached. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and, by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. He must form a clear mental picture of the things he wants, and do, with faith and purpose, all that can be done each day by doing each separate thing in an efficient manner. Okay, well, that is the end of chapter 12 in efficient action. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you. Thank you for taking time to watch this with me and to go over this with me, because we are changing the world, you and me, and we're doing it by making these videos, by just being us, by reading these books to you and showing you guys what reading, not only reading actually does, but also what exercising actually does for you, and to be educated, to be healthy, to have a passion, to be doing your passion, I'm doing this so you guys could see me, and you could see my progress, and you could see where I'm going and what I'm doing. And because when you find your passion, you're already a success. Okay. There is a statement said by Earl Nightingale. He says, "The successful man is the one who has a progressive realization towards a worthy ideal." A progressive realization towards a worthy ideal. A progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Let that sink in for a little bit. Think about that for a little bit, and also think about all that we have gone through. Yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I don't want this video to be too long. And like I said, thank you again for watching. If you like, please subscribe, and also please share. I'll see you on the other side of the galaxy. Take care.